Spencer.
And I'm a fighter.
And this is The Itch. And we're here to talk about the top 5 fighting games of all time.
Keep in mind, these are our opinions on what we think had the most impact, sort of, and what we believe really kind of set the standard for fighting games.
Let's get some background into this before you guys start so you don't flame me to hell. I am not a fan of fighting games.
And I am.
He's into a tournament.
Yeah, I've gone to Evo twice. I've gone to SoCal Regionals. I wanted to go more, but I really caught the tail end of just like tournament wise, and being back in Arizona, it's a little hard for me to actually attend because I have other obligations. But I do play. We have weeklies here in Arizona, which I do attend. Sort of.
All right, well, let's get started. Let's start at number 5.
Number 5.
My pick is Bushido Blade that came out on the PlayStation.
Let's clarify one more thing. I'm tournament level. He is fun factor. Okay.
Bushido Blade was a game.
Bushido Blade 2 or 1?
1.
God damn you. Bushido Blade 2 was the tits.
In Bushido Blade, there was no health. All there was you could cut each other's limbs off and usually kill each other in one hit.
It was all about hit detection, but damn, that game was sick.
I think that's a fantastic idea for a game and one that hasn't really been duplicated.
They need to do another one.
They should.
If they had another, it would be gory as fuck. But if they had another Bushido Blade, oh my god, could you imagine the tournament play on that? People would be so hyped. Like, people would feel like a loss just like slipped out of their hands, like, oh my god, you know, like, I was winning, he had one arm and he still got me.
It'd be as real as it gets.
Sick as hell.
What about you?
My number 5 is actually Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Oh.
For the amount of tournament life that this game has actually had on it, I am impressed. I had played Super Smash Bros. I did get Super Smash Bros. Melee, not on a tournament level. It's one of the games I have not played on tournament level, unfortunately. I just feel like I would get bopped like that. The game is amazing for being able to have as long of a life as it has. I believe it came out in 99 or 2000.
Well, and the draw that it has.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still popular to casuals.
Yeah, because people don't really flock towards the new Super Smash Brothers game. It's there. There was a community there, but people remember Melee and they remember Project M. And for those people that don't play Project M, me, there's Melee. Fun game. And introduced me to a lot of characters. I didn't know who Marth was. A lot of people didn't know who Marth was. I didn't know who Ness was. Who the fuck was a Pichu?
On to number 4.
4.
Star Wars Masters of Terras Kasi.
Is that PlayStation 1?
Yeah.
That game was cool, given what it was worth. That game was cool.
I thought the graphics were actually kind of interesting on that one.
Oh, shit.
And that was pretty stupid, to be honest.
It was kind of stupid.
But you can play like Darth Vader versus like a stormtrooper, and it could still be somewhat balanced.
You could totally dream match that shit. Be like, what if Han Solo fought Darth Vader instead?
Yeah. And it was so crazy.
Let's see if Chewie and fucking Han Solo got in a fight over fucking Pazak or whatever it's called.
Pazak? They played Pazak in that game?
They're like, shit!
I don't remember that.
Bring it on, Chewie!
I don't remember that in Mos Eisley, but I guess it could have happened.
Who knows?
What about you?
My number 4 is, and keep in mind, a lot of people are going to be mad at me. 5 Melee? This is based on my experience, okay? Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate. I want you to listen with me, okay? You as well. Listen to me. Pay attention to me. Look into my eyes. Subtract the sexual content.
No. No.
And subtract the sexual content, and you have a very well-designed fighting game. The game literally keeps me coming back. Like, I love that game so much. I'm happy it's coming out redone on PlayStation 4 and current gen consoles and stuff like that. So much fun to me. Being able, I think the biggest thing I love about it is I get to play Akira, and I love fucking playing as Akira. He is the most hype fucking guy. When you get his knee, and you don't know what I'm talking about, but it is a 1/60th of a frame. I have to hit block and I have to hit kick, and I have to release block or hold, whatever you want to call it, within 1/60th of a frame. 1/60th of a second. and get this knee off. It is so fucking badass when you get it, because the game recognizes it. It's like bam, bam when you hit it, and you can do it consecutively. Like you can launch someone in the air and do it like 3 times. Oh, you feel so badass. You're like, oh, come get it. Like it's hardcore, dude. But regardless of that, the game is actually very well done. I love the way the game feels. It feels like a real fighter. There's none of that stuff that's in your face with like Tekken, which I'm not knocking Tekken, but I don't like seeing the hit collision stuff. I don't like seeing that. It's just bare bones. Kick this dude's ass. It's a rock, paper, scissors game played at the fastest level. Love it. Can't get enough.
All right.
And I will review it. God damn it.
Number 3.
Number 3!
Super Smash Bros. For the N64.
This guy.
Oh, I love that game. And if anybody wants to go toe-to-toe with me, I will rip your dick off. I am super good.
I'll rip it!
I'm picking Ness, and I'm coming for you. Go ahead.
I've got Guilty Gear, either XR or X2, which was the first one I actually played. I'd choose XR just because it feels more well done for me. There's not much to say. I love the game. It's very well done to me. It's cool that they're in 3D because you forget that they're in 3D because it's the same animations, but there's no more sprites. So when you win and you get these circular cameras, you're like, oh shit, I forgot. Unreal Engine. This is in 3D. You know, it's super cool. I'm very much happy about the way the game has come out. And it's one of the few games that I've heard people go, shit, is there going to be more DLC? Like, because people want some of their older characters in it. People want Johnny, people want Dizzy, and whatnot, and Testament, and you know, hopefully it happens.
I want the Old Testament. I don't want the New Testament.
Oh my god. Number 2.
Number 2. I picked Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Okay.
Enough said. Go ahead.
Virtua Fighter 5, Final Showdown.
Virtua Fighter or Virtual Fighter?
Virtua Fighter. That game it's the first, it is the first fighting game I've ever played.
Virtua Fighter 5?
No, Virtual Fighter.
Virtual Fighter. Okay.
It was definitely the first 3D fighter, and of course it inspired the likes of Tekken and Dead or Alive. But it is the definitive fighting game for me. It's the only game where they took out a character because they couldn't balance the game enough. In Virtua Fighter 3, there was a sumo wrestler guy. Right? I forgot his name. In Virtua Fighter 4, they took him out because they couldn't balance the game. Virtua Fighter 5, Final Showdown, I think, they put him back in to be like, all right, fine, we figured it out. That is some hard ass shit. If I remember correctly, my facts could be a little wrong. I know they took him out because it was balancing though. You gotta love a game that has that much dedication to making sure the game is high quality. I wish the game had a bigger community because that game is very fun to watch. You love seeing these combos that come out. You love seeing the spacing and how these people fight each other and stuff. Oh god, I love it. That's my number 2.
All right, moves us on to number 1. Mine would have to be a pretty big game to beat Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Oh no.
And mine would be Clay Fighter 64. It was a delightful N64 title that used them.
See, you know how I know you fucked up? You called it delightful. It's a delightful game.
Different characters like Santa Claus.
Get the fuck out of here.
Like a piece of clay or something. And they would fight it out in this little arena. Clay Fighter 64. Check it out.
64. My number 1 is a game that's near and dear, not only to my heart, but a friend of mine, Troy. And both of us were, well, he more so than I, and my brother, were very happy when they re-released it with an online edition. And that is, do you know what I'm going to say?
Street Fighter 2?
Street Fighter 3. Third Strike. Yeah, knock you out. No, anyway, that game's fucking sick as shit. You know why? Because it has my favorite character in Street Fighter history, in addition to my favorite system, which is the parry system. I prefer that over Focus. I prefer that over Street Fighter 2, which Street Fighter 2 is bare, essentials. But EX, Alpha, especially EX. I love the parry system.
Don't get me started on EX. Okay,
that's my shit. Third Strike inspired people to get into video games or fighting games because that was the infamous Evo 34 moment, the Daigo parry. You've probably seen it too, haven't you?
I think you showed me.
Yeah. And the Daigo parry is pretty much it's like mainstream relevance. Everyone knows about that. Everyone knows who Daigo Umehara is. Everyone knows who Justin Wong is. Or at least a lot of people do. I wouldn't say everybody. But people know when you think Street Fighter Third Strike, or if you think fighting game enthusiast, that's the moment you jump to. That game created a high intensity environment that had a very high skill or learning curve, and again featured one of my favorite characters of all time, Makoto, who is a woman, contrary to popular belief, but she's a little bit manly sometimes. But she is the shit. She is the most realist Street Fighter in Street Fighterdom.
Cool.
So, fuck yeah.
Well, there you go. The top 5 fighting games of all time.
Keep in mind, these are, again, our opinions.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you look at Clay Fighter.
There's nothing wrong with Clay Fighter.
But also, it's from our experiences. If you have different top 5s, let us know in the comments below. We'd love to see what you guys think about this.
Well, I'm Spencer.
I'm Justin.
And I'm producer Eric. Thank you for joining us. And like they said, comment below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We produce new videos every week.